Hey guys, so this week my topic of choice is exhaustion. How many of you, show of hands, have ever been exhausted? I was laying in bed the other night thinking about what I wanted to make the video on, and it's exhaustion. I am so exhausted all the time, and I know a lot of people suffer with exhaustion. Mine is like a mental exhaustion more than a physical, I think. So I was laying in bed talking to Grant the other night, and I was just like, I'm sick of it. I'm tired. And he goes, "What? The pain?" And I said, "No, it's not primarily the pain. It's the not being able to sleep at night, and then sleeping throughout the day, and then feeling guilty about not cleaning the kitchen or whatever needed to be done." And I get so exhausted that I feel like I can't get up off the bed, but at the same time, I feel guilty about not getting up. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I have a video from a couple nights ago now that I filmed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I think. You'll see it in the video. Just a warning, if you are afraid of terrifying images, do not click ahead, because 3 o'clock in the morning me is terrifying. Here you go. Hello. So it's currently like 3:30 in the morning, and I still haven't gone to sleep. I have been laying in the bed since 9:30, and I still haven't gotten to sleep. So, it's not because I'm not tired. I am exhausted. But I can't fall asleep because every time I find what I think is a comfortable position, it starts hurting like crazy. So right now, my right shoulder is on fire, and my arm is completely numb, and not like asleep, it's like it feels pinched. So I've got that, and my hips. So if I lay on my side, I get pressure on my shoulder, my hip. So I lay on the other side, which is usually how I have to sleep, because if I lay on my right side, I don't digest properly and I end up throwing up. So I have to always lay on my left side if I'm going to lay on my side. And I can't lay on either side right now because both my shoulders are in pain. So I lay on my back, and it feels like my shoulder is going to be swallowed by my neck. I don't know how else to explain it. And so I usually fall asleep in the like half sitting up position because I fluff my pillows. And after a while, about midnight, I started feeling less nauseated. I can never remember. I just want to go to sleep, and I don't want to take ibuprofen. I guess I could take like a muscle relaxer or something like that, but my shoulder is definitely out. It's like this dull ache right above. It's like, so, it's like right here, and it sends like numbness all down my arm and into my neck. So, I came in my office because I didn't want to keep Grant awake once he wakes me up in the morning when he goes to work. I'm not going back to sleep because usually if I fall asleep, like, I'll have less pain or it won't be as big of an issue. But if I wake up and I have pain, I can't fall back asleep. So I'm still wide awake and in pain. Anyways, yeah, okay, bye. So yeah, I'm exhausted all the time. I don't sleep well at night, and that's because of digestion issues or nausea. I was thinking about it and talking to Grant about it, and I think the nausea is what makes it even worse. Like being exhausted and just wanting to rest and sleep, and I can't even lay down because if I lay back I will be sick. So I have to sleep with pillows propped up so that I'm sitting upright. And it's really hard to sleep like that. And I am a naturally antsy sleeper. I move around a lot in my sleep. And so not being able to do that, it's very hard to get to sleep and stay asleep. I know a lot of people struggle with that. If you have any like tips or tricks, if you have found something that works for you, I take my supplements and those help most nights, but some nights it just nothing helps. I've tried audiobooks and sometimes that works. I have my sermon audio where I can listen to sermons and preachers, and usually I'll try to find a sermon about rest or peace, and that sometimes helps. But my brain it won't shut off because I'm so uncomfortable with nausea or fatigue, or my joints are in pain and I can't put much pressure on my hips or my shoulders. It's a vicious cycle. But yeah, if you have any tips, let me know. I told Grant last night, I want to be able to sleep again. My body just stops working and all I can do is sit there. Yesterday I had nothing to do, one of those rare days off, and I woke up, kissed Grant goodbye at 6:30 when he left for work, and then I fell back asleep and didn't wake up till 10:30. Couldn't get out of bed because my entire body was so sore. And I explained to Grant the other day, like my pain is, you know those really old creaky hinges on doors? That noise that they make, that's the feeling I have through my entire body. That creaking, the aching, the swelling almost that happens. Because I am so tired all the time, it makes it even worse. Yesterday I was in bed almost all day. I took Remy for a short walk and I tried to dig a couple holes because I'm planting in my garden. And that was all I could do for the entire day. I went back to bed, and then I had taught piano lessons in the evening, and that's all I could manage that day. And Grant's really great about being okay with that and cheering me on and trying to cheer me up, because it's very discouraging. Those of you who struggle with exhaustion know how disheartening and discouraging it is to be in that place, and I live in that place. I struggle with a lot of, I wouldn't say depression, I'm not depressed, but discouraged. I have all of these amazing ideas that I want to do, and all of these things that I see myself doing, and I can't do them because getting out of bed or getting off the couch seems like a monumental task some days, and then some days are good. And I'm grateful for those days that are really good, but I guess having the rough days make me appreciate the good days more. It's been better having Remy too, because she forces me to get up and go for a walk even when I don't want to, so she's keeping me somewhat exercised. She exercises me, I don't exercise her. Yeah. If you have any chronic illnesses that you want to share with me, we can kind of commiserate together and know that we're not as alone, and I need to know that I'm not the only one struggling with things. I get very much in my head and think, well, nobody knows what I'm going through, and I know that you're out there. I struggle to see it on a daily basis. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, this video is a bit weird. It's one of those days again. So I just wanted to thank you guys for listening and for being understanding as I go through this journey, and I'm more making these videos for me. I don't care if anyone else watches them, really. I need to get it off my chest, you know? So thanks again for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.